Hey YouTube, I'm back, this time with my Bath & Body Works empties for the month of July 2023. I don't have any chit chat, so let's jump right in. This will be a pretty solid empties, so I'm really excited. As always, I'm going to start with my hand soaps. The first one that I used up is, I think, the last vintage hand soap that I own. This is Ocean Sunset. I purchased this earlier this year. I will link that vintage haul down below. I don't do them especially often, maybe like twice a year, if that, but they're really fun. So anyway, this was one of the items from that haul. This is an Ocean Sunset. This soap is from 2013, so it's really old. I definitely wanted to get it out of the way. It definitely smells like kind of like a sunscreen vibe. Like if you like suntan, I guess back in the day I would have recommended it. So I have this because it came as a set with two other soaps I was really interested in. So I'll be honest, I don't really remember this one, and suntan has never really been my thing, which is odd because in general I like the smell of sunscreen, but this wasn't bad. So deep cleansing is not my thing, but this was fine. It went quickly. I feel like the gel soaps go faster than the foaming, not only because you have less product, but I just feel like I use more of it. I don't know. Anyway, so it was fine. I guess I would have recommended it, but yeah, it's just done. The next one that I used up is one that I'm really starting to enjoy every year. This is in Firecracker Fizz. The keynotes are red cherry, fresh citrus, and juicy berry. It just smells like a really syrupy maraschino cherry, and it's so good. It's definitely fakey. I mean, it smells like a bomb pop. I mean, is there anything more fake than a bomb pop? I don't know, but yeah, it smells just like a bomb pop. So very synthetic, but I think it is kind of a fun vibe for 4th of July. So I really loved it. My husband did too. So I would definitely repurchase this. I'm really hoping this becomes an annual thing at Bath & Body Works. The next item that I used up, or the next hand soap that we used up, is a watermelon mojito. I picked up two of these. We're still using the second one on my husband's sink, but I used up this one because I definitely go through soap faster than he does. So the keynotes for watermelon mojito are watermelon soda, pink rum, and cane sugar. And I feel like that's pretty spot on to what it smells like. I mean, it's definitely watermelon forward, but it smells like a little bit of something else, like something that is drinkable. So yeah, I like it. I am a fan of watermelon mojito. I will pick it up next year if it comes out next year. But as you will see this month, this month in particular, I'm a little watermelon mojitoed out. Like I really have enjoyed it, but I feel like I just went a little too ham on it this year, so I would definitely pick it up next year, but I'm gonna pull back the reins on that a little bit. So with that said though, like cute packaging, I'm kind of like whatever about the leaf on a watermelon mojito product, but I do like the copper with the green. That's a nice coloring. All right, so the next hand soap that we used up is a Looking Sharp Island Margarita. I am typically not a fan of Island Margarita in every formation, or every formulation, I mean, but I do enjoy it in a hand soap. So I think one per year or one every like couple of months works for me, but I do enjoy it in a hand soap. So the keynotes are fresh squeezed lime and sea salt. It smells just like Island Margarita and anything else, but I think the reason why this is more palatable for me is because it's not like a candle that's really meant to like fill up an entire space, or like I don't wear it on my body all day, you know, so I can enjoy Island Margarita here and there. I just don't want it in some kind of form that will kind of like stick with me throughout the day, if you will. But like I said, hand soap, I can totally get down for that. I don't feel like I really need to go rush out and buy another one, but you know, if I see another Island Margarita hand soap next year, I can definitely pick one up. The last hand soap that we used up for the month of July is one that honestly I wish I would have picked up more. This is Iced Lemon Pound Cake. So I do have one more. Which bathroom is it? I think it's, so my husband and I have our own bathrooms. It's in my bathroom. So yeah, you'll see a second one of these next month, like for my August empties, but I did use up one already in July, and it is dreamy. The keynotes are glazed icing, pure lemon zest, and fluffy cake. And I am telling you, oh, it is divine. It smells exactly like a lemon bar. It is so good. You definitely get the lemon first and foremost. It smells edible. It's not cleaner. It's not astringent. It smells like something that is not necessarily cooked, but something that is a sweet treat, something that is edible. So like I said, I do have one more. I would love for this to come back next year because I will definitely pick up a lot of these. So nice packaging. It was kind of like a pale yellow color. I love it. It's so good. All right, so that's it for my hand soaps. That's 5. So that's a really solid month. I'm hoping that, you know, we can definitely use up maybe like 4 or 5 more again in August. I think that'll help me kind of get through my hand soap collection. Now let's move into my shower gels. The first one that I used up in the month of July was Bahamas Passion Fruit Banana Flower. So I'm kind of like a once every year kind of person with this. I do like it, but I do think it smells a little... I don't even know if I would call it medicinal. There's something about it. Maybe it's kind of like spa-like. I don't know. There's something about this fragrance that I like, but only in small doses. The keynotes are passion fruit, pineapple leaves, and banana flower. I really wish that it would smell a little bit more like robust fruit, maybe a little bit zingier, but it just kind of doesn't. But I mean, I don't dislike it clearly because I have purchased this in the past. Again, I think I'll only do like 1 item per year, maybe a hand soap, maybe a shower gel. But yeah, it's kind of a one and done, an annual thing though. So again, I would repurchase it, but really only one thing next year. The next item I used up is, again, another shower gel. This is in Watermelon Mojito. This is the second of 2 that I've used up in the last few months. Again, I like it, but I am a little Watermelon Mojito'd out. Keynotes, again, are watermelon soda, pink rum, cane sugar. Smells just like the soap. So yeah, I like it. I would repurchase it, but not as crazy next year. Next one, I used up a Firecracker Pop. I'm really happy that this came out in body care this year. I only picked it up in a shower gel, and I can definitely live with that. I wound up picking up another one at SAS because my husband really liked it. But yeah, it smells just like the soap. Again, red cherry, fresh citrus, juicy berry. Smells like a bomb pop. I really like it. No regrets about having another one just kind of waiting in the wings in my collection right now. The last shower gel that we used up in the month of July was Warm Vanilla Sugar. This is one that I just kind of had waiting around in my collection, so I decided to toss it into my Use It Up challenge for summer. The keynotes are intoxicating vanilla, white orchid, sparkling sugar, fresh jasmine, and creamy sandalwood. We all know Warm Vanilla Sugar, so I don't really like it enough to really desire a trio in it, but I can definitely get down with some hand soaps. It's nice in a pocket back. It's nice and home fragrance. Shower gels are always good with me, so I will repurchase Warm Vanilla Sugar, like I said, but just not in trios. So yeah, happy to have it. You know, I use this from time to time, but yeah, I can definitely repurchase. Okay, so next, now we're gonna get into some mists that I used up. The full-size fine fragrance mist that I used up in the month of July was Honeysuckle Peach Tea. This is one that I purchased in 2021. Let me see. Yeah, so this was an SAS release for 2021, and the keynotes are honeysuckle, blooms, juicy peaches, and sweet tea. It definitely just smells like a floral peach. I really like it. I do have one more of these in my collection. I'm not dying to use it up quickly per se, but it is something that I do have. So it was a nice fragrance, you know, in the grand tradition of fine fragrance mist. It didn't last very long, but it is nice and fun and it smells good. So ultimately I would repurchase, but because I already have one more in my collection, I'm really not like seeking this out per se. The next 2 I used up are mini fine fragrance mists. I did a pretty good job in the month of July using these up. I did not do a good job in June, so I kind of wanted to pick up the pace. So I used up one in Watermelon Mojito, and I used up one in Fiji Sunshine. So I will say that, I don't know, like when Fiji Sunshine first came out, it came out as like, I don't know, like a name similar to this, but not exactly this. I don't remember what it is right now. I'm sure I'll wake up at like 3 in the morning and remember exactly what it was. I really liked this when it first came out a couple years ago, but I feel like anymore, it just smells a little plastic to me. So I would not repurchase in a fine fragrance mist because I don't think I really care to wear it on my body. I think I still would be open-minded to it in a shower gel, but that's probably it. So I'm not horrified. I clearly used it up, but I don't think I would purchase this not in a shower gel in the future. And same thing about Watermelon Mojitos. So I used it up, but like I said, I just went a little too crazy with Watermelon Mojito. It's a nice fragrance. Ultimately, I would recommend it. I think I'm just gonna pump the brakes next year. The next item that I used up is a body lotion. I paired honeysuckle and peach spritz with my honeysuckle peach tea. They are the same fragrance. Keynotes are honeysuckle blooms, juicy peaches, and orange zest. I really did not get an orange zest here. It's really, again, just a floral peach. And this was made at the end of 2022. I remember that I purchased this from SAS just kind of randomly back in January. So nothing much to say about it. Again, these two are the same. So if you have these two, you can pair them together and they work. But yeah, I just kind of had this as like a one-off lotion in my collection. So I wanted to toss it in for my summer challenge. The last Bath & Body Works product that I used up in the month of July was a Pocket Back and Firecracker Pop. Again, it is the same as Firecracker Fizz. Why they're called two different things in the hand soap and body care, I don't know. But again, it's the same fragrance. I enjoyed it. I would repurchase it. So now I do have a couple of Victoria's Secret pink products that I'm going to include in here because I included them in with my summer challenge. The first two are scrubs. So I used up my Honey Lavender Scrub, again from Pink. And it says it has lavender extract and honey. And if you look at the ingredients, they are actually listed there. So it's a really purple or really pretty like purple container. It was nice and coarse. It definitely was not as coarse as I would say like a Tree Hut scrub, but I definitely felt satisfied with how coarse it was. And yeah, it just smelled like a very earthy lavender scent. So it was nice. The thing I will say about this, and maybe this is just how the honey line is at Pink, that it definitely seemed like, in terms of the product itself, in terms of its consistency, its feel, it almost seemed like a dupe of the Golden Sugar Scrubs from Bath & Body Works. So if you're a fan of the Golden Sugar Scrubs from Bath & Body Works, I would encourage you to check out the honey whatever lines at Pink because it had that kind of like oily finish. Some people don't like that because it, you know, it leaves their tub or whatever slippery. I had no problem with it in my shower, but my shower is also textured like on the bottom. So I will say that. So enjoyable product. I think it is a dupe essentially for the Golden Sugar Scrubs. So based off your opinion of Golden Sugar Scrubs, I would recommend this or not. The next scrub that I used up is Honey Kiwi. So I'm currently using up my Honey Ginger in my shower right now. But yeah, this was just the second of three that I had. So I, again, enjoyed the texture of it. I definitely did get that kind of like oily leave after I had used it. The Honey Kiwi scent was very interesting. It didn't quite smell what I imagined a kiwi would be like. It didn't smell especially sweet. Honestly, I think it almost smelled a little bit more like a fermented grape. So wine, I guess. It almost smelled, yeah, like an earthy white wine is kind of the scent that I got from this. So pretty interesting. I was not totally horrified. I clearly used up the whole thing. I don't know that I would repurchase this scent. In a scrub, it was fine though, but I would repurchase like this line of scrub though, if you will. The last thing that I used up from Pink that I guess I did not use it up. I cannot stand this product, so I'm just getting rid of it. I'm calling it an empty. It's also from Pink. This is the water lotion. So the two things I don't like about it. Well, first of all, it's water lotion with sea minerals and hyaluronic acid. The first thing that I don't like about it is the texture. If you remember several years ago, and I'm talking maybe like 2016. In fact, I think it was 2016. Bath & Body Works, 2015? Maybe 20, anyway, I digress. Like 2015 or 2016 at Bath & Body Works over the summer, they came out with a line of essentially like aloe vera lotions, and the texture just was a little bit weird to me. I mean, the texture was aloe vera and lotion. And I think that this is the same kind of thing. So it's really not hydrating. Like, it feels wet, but I don't think it's very hydrating at all. The other thing that I don't like about this is the fragrance. It says water lotion. This to me, and maybe this is the point, smells just like chlorine. I mean, it just, it just grosses me out. And again, I don't mind the like summer smells, if you will, of like sunscreen or being at the pool or whatever, but I'm not a fan of that in a fragrance. So if you like what is it? At the pool or by the pool, that wax. I don't like that wax. This smells like that. So, I mean, I guess if you're a fan of that wax, what is it from Sensationals? Better Homes and Gardens? I think it's actually Better Homes and Gardens. I don't know. Anyway, if you like that, I guess I would recommend this because like I said, it smells like chlorine to me. I just could not get down with it. Like I just did not want the smell of pool water. Like if I'm gonna smell like pool water, I want to be like at the pool, you know what I mean? So I just could not stand it. I tried it a couple of times. You can kind of see that I used it a little bit, but honestly, I just couldn't stand it. I am typically that person who will power through a product, but this, I was just like disturbed. Like I could not use it. So like I said, I would recommend it if you specifically like the smell of chlorine in fragrance, but if you don't, like, steer clear of it. It was not good. So that is it for my July Bath & Body Works empties. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll be back in a couple days with more collection update videos. I'll have a candle and wax empties coming up in a little bit. All kinds of good stuff happening in the month of August, including some fall Bath & Body Works hauls too, so definitely check it out and stay tuned. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Lifting and Lipstick. I'll put that down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.